was it? In the video that I just recorded or whatever, I guess it's not really part two, but in my Guatemalan adoptee support group on Facebook, there was a question posted, and it says, let's explore adoptee anger. What are you angry about as an adoptee, and what do you do with your anger? Which I think is such a good question, because I've never really been asked that or given a place where it was safe to even talk about. So I'll read to you what I posted, and then we'll talk about it. So I said, I'm angry that my ability to have a choice in the process was taken away, and that my traffickers didn't view me as human, just a financial token. I'm angry that I didn't have an advocate that was educated in human development, infant development, and someone to follow up consistently with my adoptive parents as I grew up. I'm angry that nobody gave a thought to the mental, emotional, or spiritual consequences and made enough room to fully become myself without shedding my culture. I'm angry that my birth parents are a part of a religion that is actively teaches patriarchal values and harms women and the indigenous and native people. Sorry, I was like editing it as I was speaking. I'm angry that I was treated the same when I needed a lot more support than anyone ever realized. I'm angry that I'm the one breaking generational curses, dealing with my mental health, doing therapies, trying different medications, connecting with my culture, but that I'm ostracized for it and not given my flowers of everything I've overcome to be as happy and as healthy as I can be. And some of the other responses, I'm angry that my adoptive parents never helped me with my citizenship issues and are continuing to make my life hell by not giving me my documents. Another one, I'm angry at Korean society, which influences how biological families should treat the children they relinquished with shame. I'm angry disabled people are treated as second-class citizens and have to be institutionalized or put into orphanages. I can't do much with my anger, but I hope small voices like mine will someday create a ripple and a better environment for adoptive and disabled people in Korea. Let's see. Another one, I'm angry that growing up I was made to feel ashamed of myself because I was adopted. My parents didn't want others to know I'm adoptive, so people wouldn't know, so other people wouldn't know they were infertile. They need therapy because instead of adopting a child and projecting their trauma on me. I eventually went to therapy and have working on it bit by bit. Yeah, I think he's absolutely right, and anyone who is infertile needs to go through extensive treatment for that as an individual, like as if a woman, and if you have a partner, individually therapy and therapy together to address your infertility way before ever thinking about adopting a child. Like, I know it seems like it just goes hand in hand, but your infertility is not my fucking problem. Okay? Other people said loss of culture, community, extended family. I'm angry that I was adopted to one of the coldest countries on earth, and I have seasonal affective disorder, which means my adoption was the main cause of a heavy clinical depression that would likely not have hit as hard if I would have not been adopted. I'm also angry that both my adoptive parents basically gave up on any emotional connection with me when they divorced. So I had to raise myself, and this is not what they committed to do by adopting a child, and has resulted in more attachment issues than my actual adoption. Finally, I'm angry like another person that I felt kidnapped in this country and trapped because that is my only passport. So my only legal way of making a living and working despite all my efforts to move abroad to a place where I can finally belong. I feel like belonging to a community, since the thing all humans live for, has been taken away from me, and I have been gaslighted into making my responsibility to fit in, my responsibility to feel good and be healed and deal with this emotional trauma that I didn't cause. And when I speak up, I'm seen as the inadequate one. The term "you break it, you fix it" rule should apply here. So does "you break it, you buy it" in terms of mental health. I feel our therapy fees should be covered. No doubt those professionals deserve to make a living, but I am angry it's not accessible for those who need it the most. I'm angry about a lot of things, let's be real. But the main thing that really pisses me off is the lack of awareness my adoptive parents had, and believing that color blindness would protect me, which is actually the worst, because you blame your child and think it's because I was born with a chip on my shoulder. Also, it makes me angry that I was used to fix something rather than my adoptive parents do their own healing and grief work. These are my top two. I have many more things that adoption has taken from me, but mainly my identity in every sense of the layers being taken from me. Instead of completely succumbing to my anger, I am going to school to be a therapist so my younger self could have support. I sometimes roll down the windows in my car and scream at the top of my lungs. Same. I get angry sometimes, and I'm working really hard to work on this. I have grief, and I'm trying to refocus because for my own personal well-being. Who is that? Arthur? Chill. I'm trying to refocus because for my own personal well-being, feeling these things aren't serving me. I live in a small town on the coast where people are a bit woo-woo, and I'm thinking of seeing a hypnotist and working to retrain my mind. I want to feel okay not having answers, and to know spiritually and somatically that even though I do not know where I came from, I choose to feel safe and to be calm. Been doing affirmations. I'm trying not to gaslight myself or negate my experience, but focusing on the past is hard for me. Is hard on my mental health. Also, thanks for holding a space for us to be seen and heard in our anger. How satisfying it is satisfying it is just to be allowed this, and sad. I'm angry that my adoptive mom told me I was useless to find my biological parents. Bitch. When I was 13 and she had, I was 13 and she still had a grudge about it, and realizing after reading some of these comments about relationship issues with friends of mine or intimate ones, sometimes the thought of, am I good enough to be in a relationship? The doubts of being loved by someone. Another one, the undeserved neglect. Hi, fishing. Yes, there's a little boy, there's a little guy. Hello. Yes, it's a little boy. My little guy, handsome guy. Yes, he's so sweet. Hi, hi. Jeez. Screen grab. Okay, sorry. Okay. A big cat. Okay, so some more responses. I'm angry about the abuse I experienced from 13 and 21 in my adoptive family. Excuse me. This has had the most lifelong negative impacts. It has impaired my functioning and cost so much money over the years to treat. I'm so lucky to have found my VN mom. I'm not sure who that is. When I was 35. During a conversation about how my life has been, she said my adoptive mom didn't understand some things because I wasn't born from her tummy. One of the saddest but most precious and healing things to hear from her. More broadly, I get more agitated than angry that my family, extended family, and others sometimes have no idea why I still want to search for my birth parents. I tell them that A, others don't have to understand everything about us. B, if people have always known their biological parents, they probably have no idea what we experience. I cope with agitation and my anger at the gym or swimming. Distraction and self-soothing is very useful. To my annoying doubters at the moment, my American dad and half-sisters, watch this space is all I can say. So I got my hair. I'm angry and disappointed that the social structures that led to my adoption pretty much still exist today in my birth country, South Korea. I try not to ponder about it too often because it's so frustrating. I used to be angry with a lot, but nowadays I'm working a lot on inner peace. I tend to not concentrate too much on what makes me sad or angry in my adoption. There are certain things that irritate me. My adoptive parents not showing much interest in my birth land, me not being able to visit my birth land as often as I would like because of various issues. Very angry, very furious about people who fooled me. We are collectively angry how the Dutch state and involved organizations are not living up to the excuses made on the 9th of February 2021 after the Jurista report confirmed many wrongful adoptions. How are they still trying to marginalize adoptees and frame critical voices? How they paternalistically use so-called, quote, happy adoptees to do the work for them within the boundaries determined by the authorities. How are they still trying to prevail the entrance of the adopters above adoptees? We are angry that the rights of adoptive parents prevail above the child. We are angry authorities do not openly accept victims as collateral damage in this rotten system. Oh, that one was translated. So sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I am not gonna say all of these posts are the same, because they're not, but I think what we can take from this, yeah, that there are some things that need to be put into place, taken out of place, new policies, just everything. But that when we talk about how angry we are, or like, I mean, most adoptees before the age of 5, if they were adopted at a young age, will start or have already started the grieving process of 2 parents before almost anything. You understand that someone was taken away from you, the time was taken from you, your consent was taken from you, my identity, like just everything. And as you gain consciousness and awareness of I'm an individual, or I have experiences, and that happens when we're very young. Like, you know, like what is your first type of memories and stuff? It's like before I was ever in preschool, you know, and so yeah, I mean, with my dad, like, I can't explain it anymore, you know, but that I don't have, like, 2 parents, like, that's just gone. Okay, and that's crazy to think about. And that I didn't get any time. And now I want time with the people that I love and appreciate, and that's my dad. And so, like, for him to say, no, I want to live by myself. And I like living by myself too. I've lived by myself since 2017. I love it. You know, sometimes I have to work a lot harder, but overall, like, you know, so it's not like I was gonna, like, come into his house unannounced and, you know, make myself real comfy everywhere and leave my stuff, you know, it's just, yeah. And he doesn't, like, he's lost both of his parents. But I did that when I was a kid, baby. That's, like, level 2, bitch. You're just starting out, even though you're fucking, like, 78 or whatever. But yeah, just, with anyone, but especially with, if anyone you know is an adoptee or similar or anything like that, when we talk about anger and stuff like that, just, we're not asking for advice or your favorite affirmation of the week. And I wish that people knew that, you know, like, not everyone's interested in psychology or human development, or is a woman who has become pregnant themselves or someone close to them has. When I say woman who is pregnant, I mean any person who is pregnant. I don't mean that as, you can identify as whatever you want and you can still be pregnant. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, just women. But you're literally, like, living inside of another person. Like, you share the blood, everything, you know. Infants can tell, like, their mother's heartbeat from others. They pick up language while they're still inside. You know, they know your nervous system. They know, they take on your trauma, you know. Like, there's just, like, so many different connections that a mother and a biological child who grew inside her has. Just animalistically, humanly, like, it's a really strong connection. And when you are separated, it's horrific. And it messes you up internally. It messes up with you emotionally, spiritually. And, like, this, you're just a little kid. You're an infant, dude. And you're going through, like, the people around you don't sound familiar. The food is different. Everyone looks different. It smells different. The cadence of the language is different. Everything, you know. So it's a lot harder, and statistically, adoptees and we just don't survive. Like, I'm supposed to be like, I'm supposed to be a drug addict. I'm supposed to be in jail or have a lengthy criminal record. Statistically, I'm way more likely to die before I'm 35. Like, yeah, by suicide, but also just by like the health complications and the trauma and the stress and the like, it just fucks your body up. Like, I'm supposed to statistically like probably be a single parent, and statistically not have my kid with me, like have it in foster care or CPS or a caseworker. You know, like an addict or an alcoholic. Like a lot of things against me. That's just the facts. And I think, I don't know anyone who's watching knows John Grawl and what happened. And like, I'm supposed to be right in jail with him because like it there's like been a couple times in my life that I'm really thankful didn't go another way. One of the worst things, or like that I'm most ashamed of, and I've worked on it, and but I left this party and I was intoxicated. And I made the choice to drive home, and someone called the cops on me, and I saw them behind me, and I booked it. In my little 2003 Kia Rio, and I turned down my apartment street. And this was a long time ago. I pulled into this like on the road, and then I parked and turned off the car extremely fast. Like, I turned off the lights and everything, and slumped down in my car, and the cops drove past. They didn't even see me. And I think about it a lot. Oh, that's Arthur. My RD. Not that I only didn't value keeping myself safe, but I didn't value keeping other people safe. And that if I got arrested that night, I wouldn't be here right now. Like, it would have started a really hard and difficult cycle, or it would give me a lot more to overcome, and I don't think I would have, honestly. I think I would have you know, run with the wrong crowd, try, you know, get into different drugs and just gone downhill. It's just very easy to like let the anger and like the pain and and just like the anger, like all of the adoptees, like we are dealing with things that we didn't choose. It wasn't like our choices, like, oh, like you hit someone while you're drunk, yeah, now you have to take steps to rebuild and all this stuff. It's just a lot of decisions other people made that we have to take responsibility for if we want to be as happy and as healthy as we can be in our lifetime, if that's what we choose. So I'm not like shamed or like guilty about that I did that. I just have I stopped that behavior, and then it was just too close. I had the self-awareness that you get something on your record and it, you know, it just is that easy to start falling into weird habits. And that's why I still write to John in prison. One or two different decisions or something, and it would easily be me in there for as equally as a horrific crime. Like, it doesn't, when you're on drugs or when you are not in your own mind, I don't know what I'm capable of, but I know that I'm not gonna say that I'm too good or like I couldn't lose my control in that way either. Like, it absolutely could happen, and it does, and it doesn't make them a bad person. Life is so hard, and yeah, you just gotta be there for them, and yeah, just be there for yourself. But yeah, I've been crying a lot today. So I like put on better makeup for the video. I still don't know how to like edit, or I just point and shoot and I just keep talking. But yeah, so my friend made this. It's a 24 karat double gold chain, I think. And then this, it's not an opal, but it's a pearl from the Oregon coast. It's nice and flat. And then he put gold around it. And I went back a little bit and changed, like the clasp was a silver, but I wanted it to be like all gold. Shout out. That's the only jewelry I wear, except for my friend Lauren. She did give me these really cute bumblebee earrings, and I wear those all the time. And I'm not gonna cry, but shout out to Lauren and her family. Ew, I don't want to cry. But it's like she has been through a lot in her life. And she is still so kind. And she has like the biggest heart, and she is so smart, and it's just nice knowing another person like that. Shout out Portland. But it's really easy to be mad, and you silly guy, fishy. But it's like really easy to be angry and mad, but it is so much more so much harder to go through a lot of things and still be positive and happy and like make the most of it. And yeah, it's just like you want to surround yourself with some good people, and her and her family are really good people. I'm really happy to know them and to have met them, and to see like what like a happy family is, and like they enjoy spending time together, and whatever. But yeah, that's it basically. Yeah. Bye.